Snowrunner. Now, this episode I've called The Russian Destroyers, purely because it's phase 4 and this map is hard. It is very hard to negotiate and the right vehicle is all important. Now, not only am I going to be talking about the vehicles today that I use or would like to use, obviously I'm not going to use all of them, but I also want to say I'm lost for words, really. I really am lost for words. You lot have been absolutely amazing with the last 2 videos that I've put out, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I never in my wildest dreams thought a video of mine would hit the numbers that it's hit. Not only that, the amount of subscribers that subscribe to my channel as well. You've been absolutely amazing, guys. Not only that, you've helped each other out with problems that some people were having. You found your own workarounds as well. You know, I thought that the cheat itself was just plain and straightforward, because obviously it worked for me straight from the word go, but there were some of you out there, and there is still some of you out there that are struggling with that cheat. But we're not here to talk about that cheat. We're here for the Russian Destroyers. Now, I've called them the Russian Destroyers purely because it's phase 4 in Russia. The vehicles I'm about to show you do pretty much what you want them to do. So without further ado, let's get this one started up. Now, this isn't one that I am going to be reviewing. This is just one that I brought out of the garage just to drive around. Now, all the other vehicles you're going to see are maintenance frame ones, so recovery based, but I'll take each one of them into the garage, show you my setup, and then leave a comment down in the sections below stating which one you found the best, and let's have a poll and see who voted for what and which out of them is the better truck. So let's stop yabbiting on. As you can see, there's a few of them lined up around the corner there. Helps if I turn the menu off. So I'm in such a flutter over the last 2 videos, I really am. So as you can see, we've got quite a lineup here. Let's pull out a little bit so you can see. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I've just noticed that they're all lined up in size order. Now, that wasn't anyway intentional, but that seems how it turned out. So let's jump into the map menu, and we'll start off with the JBE Tatarin. Now, this is well, like I've just said, it's the JBE Tatarin, and it's just an almighty beefed up, steroid induced beast of a machine. Now, this is the one that I use to go around, open up most of the maps. So we're going to jump into recover. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire list, but as you can see there down the left hand side, you're going to see everything that I have listed on mine. So engine wise, we've got the IMZ 5000T, I do apologize. Gearbox, the JBE transmission, I always go with the JBE version. The JBE suspension raised in HD. We have 51-inch quasi monster studded mud tyres. Autonomous Scout, obviously. Various is just the 2 spare wheels, which look completely out of place, but they do add up the numbers. Snorkel wise, we have the twin front facing, and frame add-ons, it's pretty much in-cab rack, large roof rack, and trunk supplies. Don't need to go into visuals, you can all choose the visuals yourself. So I'm going to leave the garage, and I've got a little course set up for each one of them, and they're all going to take the same course, and I'm hoping it's not going to take too long. So you can see for yourselves, guys, then which of the 8 you deem is the best. Now, there was going to be another vehicle which appeared for a very short time. Some of you might have noticed it. It was the one by Puppy Master, and it was claiming to be the ultimate recovery vehicle. and that's what I was going to do. I was going to set all these vehicles up and prove once and for all, is it the ultimate recovery vehicle, or, you know, is he just wishing it was? Now this thing, very wide turning circle, but it gets there eventually. Now some of you might already know this path, some of you might not. Some of you might not have even got onto this map, so, you know, spoiler alerts. So let's get moving on. Now this has got a 9-speed box listed in it. It's a bit on the bouncy side, but as you can see, it pretty much does exactly what it says on the tin. Goes anywhere, does anything. This is the smallest one out of them, and this is only one of 2 that unfortunately you can't put a sideboard bed or a flatbed on the back for obvious reasons. Would be nice if you could have stuck like one slotted cargo on the rear of it, would have made. But this one that is different from the vanilla truck is that this one will pull trailers, so that has got it in its favour. Now we're not going to go straight over to the warehouse, which is situated just around to the right there. I'm going to come down here. So I'm going to try and make this video as short as possible, but we've got 8 vehicles to go through. They've all got to take the same journey. We're going to see how fast they can make the loop and how well they handle it. So far so good with the Tatrin. I was just about to say it's not picking up any damage points, but as you can see there, we just had a little bit on the suspension. So hop over that gap now. Throw it into high. Doesn't really do much. It does slow it down just a bit. As you can see, the ice is breaking, but we're not falling through, which is always a good sign. Now, it'll be interesting to see how many of you choose which of these vehicles is the best suited, and how many of you are already using maybe one of these vehicles. So leave those messages down below, and I hope I get as many messages in that comment section as I have been these last couple of days. It's been great just viewing all the comments. I hope I have answered everyone back the best I can. When it comes to sorting out the issues, I've left that to 2 shout outs here. Is Chill, who I did a shout out to originally for showing me the cheat, and I really appreciate you doing that, because if you I'd probably be nowhere near the amount of subscribers that I am now. And another one to RWX, who found the workaround from Chill's cheat. I'm not claiming it as my own, and no intention of doing. You've all been brilliant out there. You've all found your own little workarounds when neither of those have worked, and the response has been absolutely amazing. Now I've got to try and carry on talking and make things as interesting as possible to you all, and I've still got 7 vehicles to get through. So that all being said, we are back with the JBE. And looking up at my thing, I've been babbling on for 2 minutes before we even started anything. My clock is already showing we're 9 minutes into the video. So some of you might already turned off by now, and I hope you haven't. But that was the JBE. Did that quite respectively. Wasn't too much damage. So jump on straight away. What have we got next lined up? What's next in that queue there? It's the Azov, so the Azov 64 SE, which is this, and I personally call it the fire engine, even though it's got the maintenance back on the back of this one. Jumped in the garage real quick. Lots of customizations. Oh, pardon me, I've got the hiccups really bad. It's nerves, I'm telling you, it's nerves. Engine, it's the KZGT 10 600T S double plus. Gearbox, we have the heavy duty number 2 8-speed. Suspension is the tuned custom. Tyres, I have the 50-inch winter mud tyres. Twin motor heavy autonomous. Thank God, it's autonomous, because I do tip trucks over. I really do. Spare wheel says it all. Snorkel is the small front facing. Frame add-ons, as you can see, just the van body. That's it. Quick sneaky look through everything that does go on there, which is you're all aware of. Visuals we won't go into. You make it what you want visualize wise. In fact, you make it what you want custom wise. But I've set this one up for my personal preference. Now this one is a little bit faster than the vanilla truck engine wise, but has it still got the same characteristics as the vanilla truck, or is it slightly better? Now I'm going to take exactly the same route, and so far, oh, I was just going to say, so far so good, it's handling it. Now will it get up the rock face? Now I haven't taken all of these trucks around this way, so it'll be interesting to see. Now this was the vanilla version of this truck is very difficult to tip over. It has got quite a good lean on it before it lets go. So I'm going to stick it to high gear. Goes up there no problem in high. So this has got all-wheel drive and diff lock permanence on it. So even with high still switched on, it's pushed through there. Same with the Tatran actually, I forgot to mention that. Now this isn't one of the trucks that you can't put a flatbed on. You can. It's flatbed, sideboard. Flatbed? No flatbed. What the hell's a flatbed? Flatbed and a sideboard trailer on. And as you can see, it's taking a little bit of damage. A little bit more so than what the Tatran was. Slow down, otherwise I'm not going to make the corner. Go over the bridge. Like I said, we're going to take the same route. This one's got a little bit more pep in its step than what the Tatran has. And see how it handles. Now bear in mind, I've set all these up as maintenance vehicles, as recovery vehicles, purely because I was going to be doing a video on them for the Ultimate. I suppose in a way we still are doing an Ultimate video, but it's missing one vital ingredient that I was hoping to use. So if any of you did see the mod, it looked amazing. I did have a chance to have a quick go of it. To be fair, yeah, it was, and it looked the part as well, and I really hope they do bring it back. And it was strange to see that a DLC truck. Oh, have I just messed up? No way is that going to climb out of there now. No visual attachments. No, I think just, well, you guys haven't, I have. It's still up at the moment. No, just lost it. So we'll do a recover on that one. Now we won't put that down as a fail, but we will put that down as it didn't make it, shall we say. Right, the next in the queue, if I remember rightly, was the Longhorn. Was I right? Yes, I was. So quickly into the garage because we're 15 minutes into the video and I'm probably losing views as we speak. So in this one, this is the Derry 4520 Longhorn. And engine wise, we have the Westline V16 M2 450. The FTD, or is it FTO? I can't quite see on my screen. Off-road gearbox, the FTO, high suspension, 57-inch heavy single chains. Winch is the heavy truck extension power. Engageable diff lock, twin front facing snorkels, and the maintainer front add-on. Now this is the other truck that I was mentioning, and that unfortunately you cannot put a flatbed on the back. So out of the two. But moving on, This is got all-wheel drive and diff lock selectable if needed. Now let's see if this one can finish the course. Probably should have done the two-parter on this as well, but let's stick it into all-wheel drive and let's just get through them the best we can. Quite slow through the snow. Can it find grip? It can. Now I don't know if any of you actually know that you could actually cut across there. Some of you will comment going, yes we did. Or some of you go, oh brilliant, I never knew about that. Like I said, I make these videos because I think I'm helping people. I'm hoping I'm entertaining people. If I'm not, I apologise. Leave comments in the section down below and tell me how I could make them more interesting, or just personally stick there what you'd like to see me do. People are doing the contracts, people are doing the missions, people are doing the tasks. Yes, I can do them, I will show you them. That's what most of my videos have been based on. At the same time, I want to be a little bit different, you know. I want to show you what I use, why I use them. Is there any reason why I should be using them? I am all over the place in this day because I just can't shut up. But if I do shut up, people say I'm boring. If I don't shut up, people say that I talk too much. I did have one comment a few videos back saying if you play the video at 1.5 times the speed, it actually sounds normal. I don't want to sound normal, I want to sound like me. So, you know, tough. Oh, it's struggling. But it is making it. I'm going to flick through this 6-speed box. Oh, we've got it up to 5th, stick it high. It's taken an awful lot of damage. Something tells me this won't be making it within the top 3. So, and the Azov wasn't really, it's the Azov's fault. You know, it might have been a little bit down to driver error. As much as I did try to recover it. Let's get back into automatic to try and get a little bit more speed out of it. It is taking an awful lot of damage though. Oh, and the suspension's just collapsed. So let's go to repair real quick. That's what we're there for. And look back in. So no, I can't see this one making the top 3. It's certainly not in my top 3, but it is a vehicle that will get through pretty much everything that's thrown at it as it stops. Story of my life. Absolutely is story of my life. Not say that it has stopped, but we'll put the diff locks on, put it in low plus. It is still going, so we will give it that. I'll give it a point for effort at least. Back into automatic, it should be pretty straightforward through here now. Now right at the end of the video, I will go through the list again and I'll tell you who the modders are, give them their credit. Their credit's due. It's not easy making mods, I can quite imagine, so, but it is fun playing with them. So that was the Derry. Let's throw that to the garage and I'll retain you. Right, next in the queue. Now this is one of the new ones that was released today, and this is Risky's R&R Customs 8000 series. Now this really is a neat looking truck. Up to customizations. Right, engine wise, this is the R12V Maximus engine. We have the off-road gearbox, the OP active hauling suspension, 45-inch OP quasi-studded mud tyres duals. We have an OP winch, engageable diff lock, mushroom cap for snorkels, and the van body. Like I said, won't go into visuals. Let's fly straight out of the garage. Now the camera angle on this one, as you can see, you do have to tilt it back, run it back into the daytime, and this again has the all-wheel drive, switchable and switchable diff lock. I really do like this truck. So, it's probably got the smallest tyres of any of the other trucks that we'll be using. As you can see, that's to put it into all-wheel drive. Not that it needed it for a second then. Now will it climb this wall? We've got over the first section. Oh, I thought it was going to go down there. I thought that was going to be game mode before it right from the word go. And that really would have been driver error. Plastic, will it go up and high? Yes, of course it will. Open some fresh snow. Back into automatic. This really is a nice looking truck. It is taking a bit of damage. Try and keep the driving lines relatively similar as every other truck. Slow down for this corner a little. It's quite a nice compact looking vehicle as well, and it really is flying along this road. Now I'm just about to take that left turn, which is here. Oh, that was a bit of a stall, but the size of the tyres, that really isn't helpful. You'd think with the amount of clearance you can see in the wheel wells that you might have been able to have gone up maybe one more size, but they probably would have started glitching into each other on the back set. So, over the rocks. Taking a little bit of suspension damage, but that's all. It's struggling a little. Struggling more than the others have done so far. Can it redeem itself going over here without me sticking it in the drink? Oh! Yes, there we go. Right, so we've done the rocks, we've done the snow. Can it get through the broken ice without fail? Oh, it's skating over. Absolutely skating over. I think this actually might be one of the quickest times up with the JBE. All depends on the last section here where we go through the deep mud. Can it make it through the deep mud? Now this again is another one that you can stick sideboard trailers and flatbeds on the back. You've also got the option of a high and low saddle. You've got your cranes. I did try actually squeezing a crane in between the cab and the maintenance frame add-on at the back there, but it wouldn't have it. So, like I said, I've done this video just... Oh! Right at the end there, you have a little bit of a spill. Like I said, I've done all mine as rescue vehicles just to make it fair rather than have them all scattered around. And as you can see, it copes really well and it finishes the course relatively quickly. So moving on is the Pacific P12 Hauler. Now this is a beast of a machine. This one's gone slightly different. We've got I call it the fire service add-on on the back. And we've got a crane this time. I would run this one into the garage, but everyone pretty much knows that there's not much of a change engine wise. A couple of added extras. Get the all-wheel drive on. Like I said, this is the P12 Hauler. I might struggle here because it's got quite a stumpy nose. It is quite a willowing beast, but it's got plenty of torque. So might need a little bit of help with the winch. No winch points. And it's got itself stuck already. Oh, this isn't boding too well for the P12. Yeah, it's got itself high centered there, hasn't it? So no, it's run out of winch points there. No winch points at the front. I had really high hopes for this vehicle as well, but as you can see, I think it might be a little bit down to driver error that I went slightly off track there. But it couldn't redeem itself and it couldn't recover, so away with that truck. But like I said, that's the Pacific P12 Hauler. In a way, it's done me a bit of a favour. Right, moving on. We have the IX quad steer and the 6-wheel steer. So I think the 6-wheel steer, yes, is the one next. Now this is part of the Truck Max Pack, which has been helping you guys do the cheat. And for some of you haven't even used the Truck Max Pack. You've literally gone out and found your own ways around it. So I'm going to dive in the garage real quick. Customization wise, I am going to fly through this one. Engines, there is a whole breadth full of engines. If you've been through this mod, you'll know them. There's at least 15, maybe 20 engines to choose from. Me personally is the military US truck turbo diesel Max 2. That is a mouthful to say, and I've gone the wrong way. Off-road gearbox, active suspension, 71-inch snow ice mud tyres, single Tiger. Yes, we got the big boys on there, big 71s. Right, the Max long battery powered at 50%. I usually use the 25, but I thought if this gets stuck, this needs to get out to rescue whatever it is. So I went up to the 50% mark with that. We've got the spare wheel, which is the Max toolbox, the twin wedge cap, the engageable all-wheel drive, and various, as you can see, in the frame add-ons. Now we have the fire engine service truck. We have a crane wedged in the centre there, which will work, and the maintenance frame add-on. So handbrake off. This thing starts right off and gets going straight away. Now we shouldn't have any problems with this vehicle whatsoever. And if we do, it will purely be driver error. Now, like the quad steer, this has got rear steer, but it's only the 2 rear tyres that turn, not all 4. And this thing is quite responsive. No problem getting up that cliff face there. Only problem you do have is trying to keep it straight, because that back end does like to swing around a little bit. And it's over already. I cannot believe I've just done that. Can I choose somewhere nice and close for it to stick to? Why have I got a feeling that isn't on that side? Do you know what? I want to give this one a chance because I do actually use this vehicle, so I'm going to start that one again. I know it's cheating and I know I didn't give the other ones a fair chance, but we were quite far into the track. So we'll just pretend that didn't happen. Sorry about that, my mic glitched out a little bit there. So, right. Let's get some power going in this. I really don't want this one failing me again. So, up over that bridge. He's showing me up now. It's worked flawlessly for me. Absolutely flawless. There we go, we're over the bridge. Right, up through the trees. Let's knock a couple of these down. Up into high gear. Doesn't struggle one iota. Now most of the trucks in the max pack, yes, you can completely go insane with them. But even when you do that, not all of them work in Russia. Oh, he's bouncing around like a little jackrabbit. Yeah, the Kolob, I used to love playing with the Kolob. But in this map, not at all. Now I haven't just used this map because it's the new map. I really do feel like it's got a diverse, not diverse, probably the wrong word to use, but you've got the icy road conditions, you've got the snow, you've got the mud, and I've gone too far. Yes, I've gone too far. Why didn't anyone tell me I missed the turning? But you've got the rocks, you've got the breaking ice, you've got the thick mud, you've got the hills, the mountains, you've got everything that any truck is going to have to face. And this is the worst region by far that I've encountered. So, come across suspension damage wise, yeah, it's taken a bit of suspension, but nothing too major. And with the amount of points this thing carries, I mean, I think I'm at 128,000 repair points on this, and about 64,000 spare wheels. We've got 3,333 litre tank, plus all the fuel that's in that rear tank. This thing is going to run out of fuel. Certainly not by the time you've got to wherever it is you're going. It's got an autonomous winch attached to it. So, you know, if you don't make mistakes like I do trying to cross over a chasm, then, you know, you'll be able to self-right yourself in any part of the region and any part of the map. So you'd have to be in the Sahara Desert not to find a winch point somewhere. As you can see, we finished that lap in mere minutes. Really do like this truck. And the people that are struggling with the RAM issues still, and there are a couple of you still out there, like, we've got 50 trucks to choose from, and I think it's 0.5 megabyte download, something like that. So that's the 6-wheel steer WS 6900 XD Twin Max. Now that is a mouthful. Let's put that into Retain Garage, and here we are. This one I thought was the daddy. This is the IX. The IX quad steer. Yes, I had to click up because my mind went blank for a second. Why am I going back to the map menu? Oh, I don't know. Right, recovery. Customizations. We got the IX Improved, the IX Advanced, the IX Ultimate. There's a bit of a thing going on here, isn't there? We've got 71-inch tyres again, but these are the Extreme Grip double rears. I've got the IX winch on there, which comes as standard. Engageable diff lock, spare wheel, the twin wedge cap, engageable all-wheel drive, and various frame add-ons. As you can see, I've got the crane and a maintenance trailer on the back there. Visual wise, we don't need to go to there. Right, let's take this out. Let's get the all-wheel drive on. Now this thing just turns. You have to be careful coming out of gates, or that back end will just swing around on you. But once you've got used to the steering, absolutely phenomenal vehicle. Phenomenal. Now this is the only problem you do have with it. If those rear wheels are not facing the right way, it will get caught up on certain things. But I've used this as a scout, I've used it as a hauler. As you can see, I've got it rigged up as a maintenance truck. Save that real quick. And this thing really will go anywhere, do anything. This probably is the ultimate Russian destroyer. It's got an 8,000 litre fuel tank. What more can I say? Is this my number one? Between this and the 6-wheel twin steer, so either of those two I would highly recommend. Now for any of you that are still watching this, I really do appreciate it. I'm going to take this opportunity again to emphasise thank you so much for all the new subscribers, and thank you so much for the comments and the views. It really has been an eye-opener for me, and it's given me such a boost in confidence. Have I done it again? No, I haven't. It's just here. You really have given me a boost in confidence, and some of the comments that you've left me have been so nice to read. You wishing me all the best in future videos and telling me to keep putting the videos out. Now I do appreciate this one has been a long one, and you've watched me driving 8 trucks around the same circuit 8 times. Well, I'd say 6.5 times. We did actually end up putting 2 away and sticking 1 in the water. And this is just going to show you exactly what the quad steel is capable of doing. Let's throw a winch point out, and out it comes. So I thought I was going to bin it right at the end there. That would have been a great way to end the video. But end videos we must, and this is coming very close to the end of this one. So if you've liked what you've seen, hit that like button. I hope you hit it as many times as you have on the last video. If you're new to the channel and you're watching this for the first time, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell. That'll keep you up to date on all the videos that I do release. Any comments that you have, and please guys, I'd like to see some comments on what you think is the best vehicle that you've seen today, whether or not you will use them or you won't use them. Leave that in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as humanly possible. It's the weekend and unfortunately I do work, but in between what I do look on YouTube and try and answer your comments the best I can. In the meantime, that's been 8 of the Russian destroyer vehicles that you can use in the new Phase 4 map. I've been Cerberus, you lot have been absolutely amazing. And until the next episode guys, thanks for watching, stay safe, take care of each other, and bye bye for now.